Are we recording?
Hey,
No.
hey,
No,
hey,
we're not
bro.
recording.
Here we
Hey,
go.
I don't know what they doing over there, but they ain't getting to the money. Cause I can show you what a rack is.
I'm done. I quit. I quit. No more. That's it. That's it.
Someone
that was
mute
the
him.
final straw.
Cinestro called the cast. It's your weekly gold mine. Stay tuned in. Stay tuned in. They got the beats, got those comic spins. I stay tuned in. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the magical world of the Cinestro Court. It's your boy Black to be, and today we're discussing the latest entry in the Dune franchise, Dune Prophecy, now streaming on Max. Plus, our expectations for this year's blockbuster double feature phenomenon, GLADICKED, or is it WICKIATOR?
I think it's
Or is
Glick.
it
Don't
Glick?
force it.
Glick it.
It's Glicked.
GLICKED.
Glicked up.
Glick
Oh
it.
my God.
Anyways, we getting right into it. Starting at the top with the new HBO Max show. I'm not gonna say a show of the year because Penguin still reigns supreme, but this is a good first episode for a show that I was honestly not expecting until we saw all those like trailers and everything coming out. I was like, this is fucking crazy. They're gonna do a Dune TV show. All right, good. Capitalize off the success of Dune 2 because real niggas is out here. Dune Part 2 is going crazy, so we need some more Dune content, Dune material. I hate saying that word content. That sounds so sick. Dune activities,
IP.
what they doing, Dune IP. But this show started off. It's
Propaganda.
brief backstory. This is set like 10,000 years before the events of Dune, before the birth of Paul Atreides. So
No Paul.
This shit is low key not even connected to the main Dune story. It's its own. It can stand on its own.
Well,
it's connected to the main Dune story,
It's
but
like
it's
they're
not
just
like
telling you the lore through a show.
yes,
basically.
exactly. It's like if someone made I don't know a play about like the 1800s or the 1700s for the United States,
Or like
and like
House
people
of
watch
the
that shit.
Dragon.
Yeah, it's
That
like
too.
The Witcher in space.
The Witcher.
yeah, they're like
I like it.
they're lore dumping
Hamilton.
the
Hamilton,
world
but for
in
Dune.
this show.
Mhm.
Interesting take.
Valid. Now, yeah, it's set like 10,100 and something years before the birth of Paul Atreides. We do see some Atreides ancestors in here. Some motherfucker named Kieran, cool ass nigga. He's cool as shit. We see all types of we see the GOAT Mark Strong acting in his Mark Strong capacity. We've seen him 2 shows back to back now. I cannot say anything negative about Mark Strong. I love him. The storyline is basically showing the birth of the Bene Gesserit, showing the machinations of the Bene Gesserit across the universe, showing Valia Harkonnen, the main character of this show, basically orchestrating everything that will eventually lead up
planting the
to
seed.
Paul Atreides and the shit that goes on in Dune 1 and 2. And she's planting the seed. She brain ninja that shit right there. And honestly, it was a good start to the show, to the series. I think the first episode does lay the groundwork for the series overall, which is what most first episodes should do. Exposition. There's a whole lot of exposition. And then shit
That
takes a
first
turn
20
towards
minutes
the
is
end. Solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that first, go ahead and lay your thoughts out. Duke of Erectus. Graham is back, guys. Graham is back. We finally
I'm glad to be hither.
it's lit.
Freedom from
It's
the
finally
shackles of
free from the
capitalism.
gulag.
Oh, for a sliver of time. I don't, dude. It's kind of crazy because I don't really know what to think because what I'm like really curious about are the blue eyes that keep popping up, like in
It's
the
Watcher.
He's looking through the dimensions.
I want to focus off of spice.
I'm wondering if it's Paul or if it's little sissy.
I think
Yeah.
it's the worm dude that's supposed
You
to
think
come
it's
up.
Paul?
Yeah,
Worm?
I think
What
it's
is
what's
it?
his
Evil
son's Leto,
Duncan.
no?
Is it Leto?
I think it's Leto.
Evil.
I think
It's
it's
Evil Duncan, Idaho.
It could be Robot Duncan.
Dude, that the like turn. I guess I could. I don't know if I really want to spoil it, but that first opening scene was it's kind of like a good twist if you really don't know like the deep lore and like the past and the Dune universe, but it's cool.
You talking
That's
about the thinking machines?
Yes.
Thinking machine.
Yes.
I'll say it. I'll say what it
Yeah.
should be called.
AZ,
Yeah.
don't
The
fucking laugh.
Butalarian-
Don't laugh.
the
That shit looks cool as
Butalarian-
fuck. You're gonna watch it and be like, oh,
It's
this is
sick.
so hard.
It's sick.
No, it's just calling it a thinking machine is like it's like a robot trying to describe a human brain. It's like, yes, your thinking machine. We have those as humans. I just thought it was funny.
Nah, the Butlerian Jihad, bro. That's what it's supposed to be called, not the thinking machine wars.
He's not joking. That is what it's called.
it's
What the?
AZ,
Yeah.
stop laughing at the lore. It's cool. Trust me, please.
Wikipedia. Valid
I
source.
wish we had
That
gotten a
shouldn't
little
be
bit
funny,
more
but
of
it
that.
is.
I agree. I think that they dude, I think with the prince or whatever she married that we might get more of that because with that little ball thing he
Salamander
had,
thingy.
dude,
They
I'm
put
wondering
They put that little shit in the pack real quick.
real quick.
Smoking,
What's his
smoking on,
name?
smoking on Pruitt.
Yeah,
He's smoking on
Ragnar
Pruitt.
said-
Okay.
yeah, Ragnar stabbed the shit out of that thing.
I have a question
What
about
up?
this. And this is as someone who's only seen Dune 1 and 2, right? Does this explain what's in the pain box? Do we know what's in that? Like what the deal is with that? I would
yet.
just like
so far.
Okay,
Damn.
so there's also another part, dude. When she
Gotcha.
stabbed
She's bending on
stab
my
her
Jester.
in the throat.
Yeah.
That I don't know if that's like the first instance the voice
Of the
was
voice?
used.
Yes.
It's implied that it is.
I
And
think
that
it is.
She like invented it
Created
or
it.
whatever. Like
Dude,
started
what's
it.
crazy
That's
is
hard.
like
She was
you
training.
can tell
She was training on it.
you can tell it's not like as formed as like the
Mhm.
comparison between her using it and Paul
And
using it
Jessica.
and Jessica.
No,
like
yeah.
dude, you can just
Me and my girl were
see-
talking about that exact. She's like, "Why does it sound different?" And I was like, "I think
It sounds.
I think
the
it's like
first
less
time.
refined. It's like
rough draft.
It's in its infancy."
It sounded more snaky, like almost like Maleficent-y. Like
Yeah.
dude, character, she's awesome.
She said. She said stop, and I was like, yeah. See, it's not. You know, they didn't make it pure.
She said,
Dude,
"Stab
it
that
was-
bitch in the throat."
She
It
said,
was crazy.
Run the knife into your throat. I was like,
So
crazy.
so
I was seeing a bunch of people say on Twitter, like, don't be expecting, like quality, like the movies, like as good as like, because some of those shots you see in the movies are unbelievable.
Sick.
Yeah,
But
pretty much
I have to
every shot.
say that the show, it's lived up to it.
Mhm.
It looks good.
Yeah,
I
so-
think I think it'd be foolish to expect like Denis Villeneuve level
For sure.
quality. I'm not going into it thinking I'm going in. I want it to be fun. I want it to feel like people have described it as Witcher esque. Like they described that school as like a fucking Hogwarts Aretusa type deal. I'm cool. with that.
Yeah.
Make
I
like
like
make it just make it interesting, and that's all I need. I don't
But
need
it's
it to be-
intense. It's almost like it reminds me of like a Sith Academy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Korriban.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Moraband.
And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you see all their plotting and shit, and I like that. I just make it interesting. Have some
Yeah.
political intrigue in there. That's
For
all I
sure.
need. I don't need it to be
It's a sprinkle.
Denis level.
so what's like the overarching plot of this show? Like what's the purpose of it?
What I think pretty much is happening is they're marrying off. I don't even know what the two families are, but so the Bene Gesserit are at the
Corino
point where,
and,
When is the House Carino, the Emperor's daughter,
okay, yeah,
and then
and the other one
what's
is
his
some
name?
rich,
Some rich
officer or some
asshole.
shit. Yeah,
it's
Richese, the Richese.
Richese, thank you.
there you go. They're just you can just see how the Bene Gesserit starts forming, I guess, like somewhat like this religion, that's on Arrakis, and like just planting the seeds and getting into all the houses. How like each house has their own, what are they called?
Soothsayer.
Truth sayer.
I think it's just mainly that build up because there was what a 30-year time jump.
Yeah, from
In
the
that
first
first episode?
episode.
Roughly
Yeah,
30 years, yeah.
So
Oh,
we might
wow.
get
enough to
another time jump
unyassify
later on in the
Valeria
season.
Harkonnen, sadly.
Mhm.
Rest in peace.
So it's basically like the groundwork for like how the houses were formed that to where they are in Dune, like how you got the House of Atreides and how they got.
I think it's even more specifically how the Bene Gesserit have affected the great houses and how they are, you know, accomplishing their goal of getting the Kwisatz Haderachs, how that started, why it started, and what they're doing right now to ensure that Paul is born, or maybe that not Paul is born. You know, it's up in the air.
Yeah, bingo. That's it. Because Paul was not meant to be.
Seeing the
Paul was almost like an accidental Kwisatz Haderach.
He's an abomination. Like
you said, Space Jesus.
He's almost like he's Anakin Skywalker, pretty much.
Inshallah, Atreides.
And Anakin is pretty much Jesus Christ. So yeah, he's God.
There you go.
Is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Praise be.
And just kind of seeing, so like, dude, you see the Reverend Mother before this Harkonnen main character takes over, and you see like that transfer of knowledge between the two, and it's a flash, and it's like a flash. Oh, he froze out. A flashback and a flash forward.
He's gonna say some shit.
He's cooked. That flashback got me like really, really, really riled up. Seeing the Great Worm, Shai Hulud. What do y'all? What would y'all give it a rank?
Rating. Let's do a rating for the first episode and like a hype meter for the rest of the series, because the little clip I told my girlfriend, I was like, I wish they wouldn't do like coming up on XYZ show. Just let it be mystery, bro. Let's tune in every week. I don't need to see clips of the shit I'm gonna watch in like 4 days, bro. No, show me that.
I forgot.
That's one thing I want to say.
They showed me the motherfucker from Game of Thrones. I said, I don't care. I don't want to know about this until I see the episode. I want to see that shit real time, my nigga. I want to see that shit the day I watch it. When I turn my TV on Sunday and I hear the HBO Max, and that shit kicks on. I want to know that shit in real time. I don't care about no previews. I don't watch trailers. Y'all should know this by now. It's 2 years into this podcast. I don't watch previews. I don't watch trailers. None of that shit. Except for Black in America trailer. I watched that shit 18 times. True story. Anyways.
I saw the OG
that was his rating.
That was my rating. Yes.
Yeah. His rating was, stop with that bullshit. Just show me when it's ready. Which I respect.
Give me no tease. Don't give me no tease. Don't tease me, bro. I want the whole thing. I want the whole load. I don't want.
Holy shit!
God damn.
Clip that one.
Yeah.
No.
He said, "Don't tease me. Put it all in."
The spirit of Charles Barkley took over for me.
Bro, bad. Pride Month is in a couple months.
My fault.
Way to hop on early, and I mean hop on.
Jarvis, clip that.
Gotta get a head start. Gotta get a head start so people don't think we're grifting.
Okay. As someone who hasn't seen this, but really likes Dune,
uninitiated.
And
are you gonna watch it?
I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
It's better than
some pretty good TV.
It's really good.
It's better than Agatha, right?
Yeah. I didn't even watch the finale of Agatha, honestly.
Yeah. I had these fucking idiots trying to tell me it was good. Ugh.
I'll give it like
I said the show was good. The finale was doo-doo.
I'll give it like a 7 hype meter for me checking it out. I'm not impressed. I'm not no, because it took me a while to watch Dune, but I love Dune.
Yeah, and
I've
that's
now
crazy.
Seen both of them twice.
That's crazy.
I've now seen both of them twice, and they're good. They're really good. So I like Dune. So the prequel, hopefully I like about the same amount Dune or a little bit watered down version, but 7 because I want to temper my expectations. But it's
Mark Strong's in it, so.
Oh, Mark Strong?
Oh yeah,
Mark Strong's in it. That guy with the weird accent from Vikings is in it.
Then in that case,
you're talking about Travis Fimmel?
Rogman.
Yeah, it's good. I recommend.
All right.
I also recommend.
Huzzah, brother!
Yeah,
Welcome.
that was Luis speaking from the
Luis
Aether
joined it.
because you can't see him
Speaking from beyond.
from the beyond. Exactly.
That's the voice of the Benny Gesserit right now.
I recommend or whatever Paul Atreides.
Silence.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I
No,
didn't
do it
realize-
in your Venom voice.
I
though.
thought that was supposed to be Venom.
Silence. Silence.
Wait, Matt has a plethora of impressions. Do another one.
Yeah, just a litany of characters.
Do another one. Do another one.
So
We are
good.
going to eat
Do
your
silence, but
We're
in
going to
another
eat your
character.
legs.
Do
Silence, but
do Winston Duke from Black Panther.
Oh yeah, do silence, but as Winston Duke.
M'Baku.
Yeah,
As
as
M'Baku.
Yeah.
M'Baku.
Silence. Back to Wakanda.
Nah, that's crazy. That's his
That was
uncle.
good. That was great.
That's really your twin for real.
We have seen. We have watched
It's not fair,
from the
bro.
mountains.
He's got a
Stop.
genetic.
That's
He's
so
got a
good.
genetic
Every time we-
advantage.
Your technological
on that
harassment.
Oh my god, we do this every episode. You guys do this fucking
We like
monologue.
hearing him do
big
it.
you bald-headed demon.
It's fun.
Big.
Yeah,
Whenever
you
I'm
bald-headed
auditioning, you bald-headed demon. Whenever I audition for an Oscar-worthy role, I'm using that. They're gonna be like, "What did you audition with? An Othello fucking monologue? Some Shakespeare shit?" No, Wakanda Black Panther speech.
Yeah, the
bro.
Shakespeare of our
This
time.
is what he's telling
Ryan
people
Coogler.
on Hollywood
be-
Boulevard as he's panhandling because he used that monologue.
Dressed as M'Baku, cosplaying as M'Baku on Hollywood
And
Boulevard.
a generic African leader too.
He's not gonna.
Agu.
Generic
be-
African
These
leader.
are the dogs that kill.
He's
your
not even
father.
going to be fully dressed as M'Baku. He's just going to have that Shao Kahn fit on from that Nollywood film.
that
He's
weird
like, I
ass
don't
fucking
want
lineup.
peace. I want problems.
I don't want peace. I don't want peace.
I
It sounded
don't.
like you
I
said, I
want
don't want
problems,
piss.
always.
I don't want piss.
I also don't want peace.
piss.
I don't
I'm
want
good.
peace.
All right,
So it
what are we
sounds
doing?
like you guys like doing prophecy.
Nah, yeah. So Dune. Everybody, give you a rating
Oh,
of Dune
my
so
thoughts.
far.
My thoughts on Dune Prophecy, real quick. It'll take 2 seconds.
I
It started
guess.
off. Okay. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see where it's going. I think the story is really interesting. I like the Bene Gesserit, kind of them establishing like the Bene Gesserit and like all that lore is super interesting. I think it's going to get incredibly convoluted because they're going to try not to have this interfere with Denis movies, even though they're going to have. I think this
They have
show is
10,000
canon.
years of room. It's fine.
I know.
Yeah, but that first
but-
15 minutes, that like allusion to what's
I think that was-
coming.
Might be the best part. The beginning.
I think that
The thinking
opening
machine,
was
the Worgen's
phenomenal.
thinking machines.
The
boy,
thinking
show me the
machines, and then
machine.
like, but the Reverend Mother, whenever she's having the
Easy,
vision
shut up.
of the Shai Halud, and then those
Yeah.
eyes that
Yeah,
pop
yeah,
up,
yeah.
that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Eyes
also
of
that
Ibaba.
sheep popping up too.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm excited to see like where the story goes. I think it's interesting. I don't like Travis Fimmel. I think he's a bad actor, and his choices are really weird. I hate his
His
accents. He
face,
fucking
just
does.
the way he
Is that
always
Ragnar?
looks.
Yeah, Ragnar.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's Ragnar, bro.
Okay. I
He's
have
gonna
a
grow on
theory.
me. I feel.
That's evil
That I
Duncan,
read.
Idaho.
I literally said great
Yeah.
value Duncan Idaho.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just showed
Evil,
up.
But
Timu Duncan, Idaho, bro.
but all this shit
he
with
even
like
has a
that,
fucking beard and a ponytail.
all this shit with like
Lame
that
as shit.
power that he has, where he's like burning people with his mind. I
That
don't
shit's
know.
hard.
It's
It's hard.
cool.
That's
So
you
I'm
know what that is.
interested.
That's
It
looking
is
at
sick.
Twilight's motherfucker. He's
Yes.
in there.
Yeah.
So
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm interested. Like I said, you know Dune lore, so you're kind of like much more tapped in and locked in. But I don't know. We'll see. I think
He's
it looks
something. That boy ain't
pretty
normal.
good. I think it looks pretty good for an HBO show. I think it's like they put
My
money
God.
behind it, and so yeah, I'm excited.
Let me
Are
run
we
this
rating?
theory. Let me run
Oh.
this theory by you. The openings, I've read somewhere that the opening to the two movies and the show, has had like that one sentence or like that 2-sentence thing.
The intro,
People
yeah.
are saying that that's Leto Atreides, the worm. Then he's
Mm,
narrating.
That's
Yes.
RFK
Like he's
right there, baby.
narrating this whole thing.
RFK.
I feel like
I like that.
it would.
That would make it cool
Yeah.
if it's all kind of like interconnected and it's all
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
cyclical.
Okay.
and
I
it's all
like
kind
that.
of-
I like
from-
that. So
From my understanding, limited understanding of Dune lore, is that like the chosen one, the Al Gaib or whatever the fuck, right?
Lisan
That
Quixote
guy.
Haderach.
Doesn't want
Quixote
Al-Gaid.
Sorry,
Whoa.
they all have like
Put some
bastardized
respect on
versions
my
of Arabic language names,
my
but
religion.
like the
Duke of
the way that I
Erectus,
understand
it's
it, this is Luis and Gerardo are going to be mad that I bring up a cartoon, but from the best allegory I have to
Don't you
understand
fucking
it,
dare.
Yeah, it's gonna be some fucking.
No, I need to
on
hear
Titan.
this.
Is Attack on Titan with how the Attack Titan has a collective consciousness throughout each host, and so it carries on. Like they can see the past and the future.
That's the Reverend
intertwined
Mother.
all as one long line.
Yes, yes.
Kinda
That's
like
what
that.
the Reverend
That's
Mother.
kind of how I understand it. Okay.
Essentially,
that's the one thing about
And
Dune
you know
that's
where
kinda
Attack on Titan got that from? Dune.
Yeah, everything.
Dune's the blueprint.
Yes,
the
Luke
blueprint.
Leto is essentially kind of like he's like
Like the
the
Attack
if you watch
Titan,
Game of Thrones, he's like the three-eyed raven who's kind of like
Oh.
everywhere all at once, kind of looking upon everything while also living in the
Manhattan.
future.
That's
But
another-
yes,
starts-
yes,
Yeah.
But isn't
okay.
it because it really starts with the Bene Gesserit, and then because of the Bene Gesserit, the blue juice was drank.
But then it's also like what
Paul's
came
mom,
first, the
and then
chicken
that
or the
goes
egg?
down to
What
There you go,
were the Bene Gesserit started by somebody who had like this vision of the future, who was actually
was it after
Not only
the
this
Terminator
vision,
War?
this
is my
control
question. Like,
over time and space, and
Right.
they were able to set this in.
and who was like,
yeah,
in order to get this,
in order to
this
save
ending,
humanity.
right? In order to get this ending, these things need to fall into place, and therefore we need to create the Bene Gesserit so that they can carry out and enact this plan that will take tens of thousands
who do you
of
think
years.
did that? You think Paul did that?
I think it's Leto.
Leto, right?
Okay.
Ultimately,
the worm.
he's like the
The kid that
the
didn't
kind of
die.
like he's kind of like he's the real
The boy who lived.
So
Messiah.
one of them
who
did
was-
get blown up in the books.
But he's
Boy
kinda-
got packed the
but
fuck
Leto's
up.
kind of like the
God, right?
the
Isn't he
God, like the Messiah,
God
the one
Emperor or
true,
something?
real, yeah. So,
The one they use for the RFK memes. That's
But so Paul wasn't playing. Paul was supposed to be a girl,
yes,
and his mom,
But his mom-
went out of her
trans?
way to like.
Paul was
trans
supposed
Paul-
to get
the
Paul was
woke
supposed to
mom,
get
the
creamed by
trans-
fucking Fade.
Go.
So,
he was supposed to be creamed by
so
Fade Rauta, you're
technically,
right.
Leto is, I guess, the Quixote Haderach or whatever. Yeah?
Right, but it's
Is
like-
that
it's like-
how's-
It's like he wasn't planned, but also was he?
right?
Wasn't
right,
he?
right.
Right. It's kind of like you know.
Do the
so-
Bene Gesserit
Really
truly
pulling the
know what
threads.
is?
Yeah.
the
Do the Bene
plan? That's the
Gesserit
question.
truly? No, or
Yeah.
is
They have
something
an
else
idea.
kind
They're
of
guessing what's going on.
Yeah.
So, what do
exactly.
you think's going to happen with like the machines? Do you think that that's like going
Machine
to come
war.
back as a
I
threat?
think yes. I think what they're going to do is there's so much time between this show and the
Dune.
first movie is that they're going to be like, actually, the thinking machines are back, and then season 2 is going to be like that
And that
fight, the
trans-
thinking machines or whatever.
Somehow the thinking machines.
the thinking machines returned. Exactly.
Hey, I'm
They
cool
have
with
to-
that.
No, I-
Terminator and Dune.
I fuck
Dune,
with
Rise
it.
of the Machines.
But they're gonna have to extend it. Like if the show is
Yeah.
good and it hits and it's successful, or whatever, by whatever metric HBO and Warner Brothers Discovery deems acceptable, they're gonna want to make more seasons. And how do you do that, right? Well, you have so much. I don't know if the Dune books
Time.
cover this time or not. Do they?
I would feel like the
There's-
house
there's-
books do.
The shit
the Great
that
Houses. The books, the Great
Frank
Houses.
Herbert's son wrote.
Okay, so
Right.
there is some stuff to pull from, right? But how
Okay.
much of that, again, adaptation? How much of that will they take? How much of that will be
Is it
canon?
canon?
Will
Right.
we
exactly.
ever get Cytail in live action? Is my question.
See, that's the thing. So I don't know. I think
What
it'll
about
end.
the Space Guild or like the?
That's coming.
Oh.
That has to come in the next.
The
I don't wanna
fish
spoil
people,
it.
the fish people, right?
Yeah, the fish guy. But they're important. They play a pretty
they
big
were in the
role
first
in the
Dune
next book.
movie.
Well, they
look
discovered
kinda
spice,
crazy.
no?
Yeah, but they were pretty minor in terms of the story of the first book. But in the second book, in Messiah, I think they play a much bigger role. The Spacing Guild and the Bene Gesserit.
As someone who does not know a lot of Dune lore, but has seen 2 movies and knows that the son of Paul is a big worm boy, you guys are speaking fucking Mandarin right now. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It sounds rad.
That's fair. That's
Don't get me
fair.
wrong.
That's fair.
Sounds fucking rad, but I have
It
no
is.
idea what you're talking about.
Dude, wait until you hear what a fucking Gola is.
What the fuck is a Golo?
Just wait.
But
Just
yeah,
wait.
And
should we get to ratings? I just had to get
I
my
feel
two
like we've
thoughts
done
on
ratings
it.
like 4 times.
Oh, my bad.
But-
My bad.
but-
I didn't know.
All right, Luke.
I'll rate it
Luke,
again.
your
That
rating.
shit good.
It's
Matthew
cool. I'll give you
said
my
no
rating
previews.
since
That
I
was his
joined
rating.
late. I'll give
What's
it
your
the
rating,
episode,
Luke?
just the episode.
So far.
The episode and
So
then the
far
hype
in a hype meter.
I'll give the episode a 7, and I'll give the hype meter like a 8.5.
Wait,
I agree.
wait,
Valid.
a
Valid.
7? You gave
Yeah.
it a 7, Luis?
Yeah.
But it comes from Dune. Are you not entertained?
Oh my
Greatest
god.
segue of all time.
That was so
Greatest segue of all
Worst
time.
segue of all time.
Gladiator.
Worst
Gladiator
segue
two.
of all
Blackest.
time.
Let's talk
Blackest.
about
Dog
it.
Mute 'em.
shit.
Come on.
Dog
Mute 'em.
shit.
All right, Matt. Try
What did
it.
they say?
Blackest.
Go for it.
Blackest Erectus. Get him out of here.
No, that's not his name. Say his full name.
I'm not saying that.
He can't.
I found out that I wasn't actually born on Juneteenth, so I'm not allowed to say it.
I like how y'all all have for the most part gladiator names. Scrotus Aurelius,
I had
Midus
to be-
Aurelius, Blackest your name, and then Duke of Erectus.
Why is everyone so afraid to say it, bro?
Uh,
I say it.
You're right. We live in Trump's
Yeah,
America.
you know what? I'll say
I
it.
should be able to say
I'll
it.
say JD Vance got
Okay.
it.
JD Vance got me.
Impending-
Yeah, nah, bro. Don't say that shit.
impending,
If anyone's got me,
JD Vance got me.
Nah, don't say that shit. It's about to get
It's
wicked.
Yeah.
It's about to get wicked.
Okay.
It's about to get
All right.
glicked.
We're talking about Wicked.
Glicked.
I'm starting
Talking
off
about
with
Wicked?
wicked because I feel like wicked. That shit is gonna be peak, bro.
No.
Listen. Listen.
Get the fuck out of here.
As
Ball
Wicked,
knowers know.
Wicked, ball knowers no.
as,
dude.
Wicked
as the
has
resident
already been done. This shit is a part 1. Nobody likes that shit.
Real nigga.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
liking that shit.
And it's really long.
Time out.
Me, all
Time
the
out.
gays,
Time out. They're
girls
separating
and the girls
musical
and the
into
gays.
parts.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a long
No,
musical.
okay.
Oh, yeah,
Oh my
motherfucker,
god.
it's a long musical, or ass motherfucker.
Why
They
It
didn't
is.
do that.
The
Why
musical's
is-
like 3 hours
Why
long.
is-
Sure, but they didn't need
Why
to
is-
do
Wicked
that.
is 3 hours.
Okay.
Something like
Okay.
that.
Y'all,
Might
this
be
is like
longer.
the greatest musical on
No.
history of musicals, bro.
You
I
can
wouldn't say that.
legit do
Les Mis,
with
nigga.
how popular. No, with how popular and incredible
And the
not only the
whites.
soundtrack but the entirety of Wicked
Popular.
itself is.
Yeah,
Of giving a prequel. They did the whole
Shut up.
they did the whole idea of giving a villain their own solo origin thing.
Yes.
Point the fuck long before I think
Yeah,
almost
Maleficent
anything else did it
didn't
before
first,
Hollywood
you're
got a
right.
hold of it.
Man,
No,
Maleficent.
fuck Maleficent.
No,
Fuck-
Wicked was
that
around
first
before
Wicked
was
was
Maleficent.
around before all
Don't
of
you
us
ever
were born.
fucking don't you ever disrespect Angelina Jolie in front of me
Well,
again.
also in
That's-
regards to
that's
musicals,
cool.
it's
My
not
queen.
even,
That's better.
it's not even the first musical to do that. Jesus Christ Superstar literally paints Judas as kind of like an anti-hero. And so,
Yeah.
if we're
They
talking
made him.
about
that one.
They made him into Venom.
seriously,
They made him
Judas,
into Venom.
Judas is like a
They
is
made
like
him
a
into the Punisher of
He's
the
like a-
Judas
no,
Bible.
not anti-hero, but like a relatable. Like you're like, oh wow, he's not that bad
Judas
actually.
is very
Because
Dude,
he-
he was just kind of broke. He needed
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get over it.
No, literally, Judas is kind of like a damn. I'm ashamed. I shouldn't have done
He's the
that. And then he
everyman,
kills
if you
himself.
will.
Exactly.
Like a tragic lead.
So
a tragic hero.
even in the history of musicals, it's not even the first one
Look,
to do that. But it is
as
incredible.
far as
But
as far
it's
as
the
I'm
perfect
concerned,
blend of
it's so good.
it's the perfect blend of everything, right? Because it's like people
Fantasy.
It's the
who like
perfect blend of
fantasy,
theater,
musicals,
gay,
theater.
musicals,
Real.
Wizard
oh,
Wizard of
like
Oz.
green people. It's
Wizard of
awesome.
Oz, which is such an incredibly
Real.
popular,
Great.
story and
Saw a tweet
IP
about that. It
classic.
still looks so good, and all they had to do was kill the whole
I
cast.
feel
Film
like
made before black people
yeah,
had rights.
just get
Y'all
a
got the
whole
whiz.
handful of
Y'all got the
respect.
whiz. Don't complain.
Yeah, yeah.
The Wiz-
baby.
Y'all got the
It's
Wiz. is
good,
crazy.
but it's not. Look,
That might
the
be a
Wiz
hate
is
crime.
good, but I hate to commit a verbal hate.
Where's El
combo,
Mago?
to be honest.
Where's El Mago? We don't got El Mago.
But,
Narcos is right there.
but look,
El Mago de Oz. El Mago.
Narcos Mexico is what
Yeah,
we
You
got.
worried about the wrong
We have
yellow
to-
bricks.
We have to settle for it.
You got the wrong yellow bricks.
He's worried about the wrong.
You talking about the wrong yellow bricks.
the comparison that
yellow
We gotta worry
Narcos
about the
is
green
next to
bricks.
The Wiz is hilarious.
Look, just not to step on like the next topic too much, but I think I've heard more
Right.
positive things about Wicked than I have about the other movie that we're gonna talk about, and I think that's incredibly concerning because I think for the most part, like
but not unexpected.
no, incredibly unexpected.
I
But
tempered my expectations.
look, I'm a musical theater kid. I love theater. I'm excited for Wicked. I don't like Ariana Grande. Cynthia Erivo's kind of complicated, but I think it's a great story. The music is fire. It looks
I love that world.
I like that world.
I
so
love Wizard of Oz. So
exactly.
Like,
too.
Bring
So
back
excited.
James Franco. Finish that series that they were making.
What was it? Was it Return of Oz?
I don't know, but he didn't do anything wrong.
I don't know if that can be seen as top of Fours canvas that I have right
What
behind
the
my
fuck is
camera.
this?
Real
Dude,
theater
get that
shit.
lame shit off my
Okay?
fucking screen.
As,
bro.
Little Shop of Horrors?
as a true ball knower
Little Shop
of
of
musical
Dog Shit.
theater, finding out that they were splitting Wicked into 2 parts just for money
I
has
didn't know that
actually
they- I
made
didn't
me
know they
mad. I did not know that. I feel like that hasn't been widely
be
advertised.
real. Are you gonna watch a 6-hour movie? Be serious.
AZ probably
Wicked
would.
is 3 hours. If it's Wicked,
Yeah,
I
why
would
does it
watch
need to be 6 hours? They can cut
it.
that
Doesn't
shit
need
down.
to be.
They gotta
You can
give.
cut it
They
down.
gotta give Ariana's
It
bitch
doesn't need to be 3
husband
hours.
to be on
Look,
screen.
look.
That's the
Why is
problem.
that 3 hours?
There is no
A lot of
look.
singing, a lot of
if-
dancing.
If Wicked is to be like a 3 hour thing and it's good, so be it. The Batman is 3 hours and that's incredible. There's plenty
is
of
great.
good 3 hour movies.
It
People
is
will
great.
sit through a 3 hour movie.
Might be
Like
microwaving.
if it's a musical, right? Wicked is not necessarily a niche musical. It is a very colloquial contemporary.
It's one of the most popular musicals
Yes,
of all time.
everybody fucking knows.
Just
this.
make
It's
the
gonna
Warriors
triple
and
the-
put it on
just-
Disney Plus, please.
Just about
Give it
every
to me.
single time Wicked is on Broadway or showing in a town, it is sold out.
It's still on Broadway, I think.
It's
It's like
still on
longest running
Broadway.
show.
I think.
I
Queers don't come for me.
yes, but as
Queer
as,
folk.
Broadway
as,
Queer
Means the
folk.
queer community, the
Queer
queer community.
folk. Queer
We
folk.
love y'all. We're allies.
That's what I meant.
As a-
Everyone
as
but never
yeah.
mind.
As a former theater and show choir student, as well as a current queer man, I would like to say I
Coming out.
know a
You
lot
were before?
about Wicked because I was forced to hear it every day of my godforsaken teenage
Every
years.
man
And when I
tried
tell
to
you
fuck-
that
tried to
shit
show him Wicked.
slaps, it does. Popular reigns in my head. If this
Popular.
movie is split into
You
2
gotta
parts,
be
I feel like it's going to
popular.
have diminishing
Never heard it.
returns. Because when they get to the next part of it, not as many people are going to care. They're going to probably forget about it unless this first part is sensational.
Well,
So
that
they
they,
do the part
but
first.
they're doing it on.
They're counting on the gays buying tickets.
I
and
know,
multiple
but
tickets.
that's
AZ,
not a good gamble.
I
to
already
take.
did.
AZ, what
I
you're
Right,
already
saying?
because they're
did.
always broke and they always have a toxic landlord that they need to get away from, and they have a
Stop,
GoFundMe.
stop,
So you're
stop.
right.
AZ, what you're saying is true though. Like
Yeah.
Act 1 in the musical and as well as the movie ends on "Defying Gravity," which is probably the most popular
The
song
greatest song
in
of all musicals.
in the
I think I've
musical,
heard that one.
and it's
I don't know
on
any of those.
purpose. Defying Gravity. It ends on Defying Gravity. You have popular Defying Gravity, and some of the most popular songs are in the first part.
Yeah.
Act 2 even has original songs in it. So if Act 1 doesn't hit and it doesn't
Of course, Banquet.
and doesn't do the numbers that the studio thinks it's going to do, it's not as successful as people think it's going to be. Part 2 is not going to
No
have an
one's
easy
turning
go
out
of
for
it.
it.
And no one's going to
Yeah.
turn out for it. Exactly.
I am.
If part
I'm
1
watching
flops,
2 week 2.
Do y'all think this is going to make more money than Gladiator?
All
Oh,
I'm saying
1000%.
is,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yes.
turn
1000%.
them boys out whether
Yeah.
they like it or not.
Like-
I think it's more for Quadrant.
Yeah.
But then people don't like musicals though.
That's
That's the
what I'm
thing.
getting
Losers.
to.
When they're
It-
Diversify
I
your
think
fucking
The
palette.
Ariana
Legrand,
fans
Legrand,
are
go.
going to show out. I think
Yeah.
the Ariana fans are going
Oh,
to
for
show
sure.
out.
Arianators.
I think the Oz fans will show out, but I feel like there's not that we've aged. Those people have aged, and I don't know, because with the reviews that's coming out about Gladiator, I feel like that's kind of might wane people off of it.
Old
Also,
people
that word of
like
mouth.
music. Old people like musicals though. I mean, they grew up in a time, when that was the norm in
For sure.
Hollywood, right? So I don't know.
All
It's
they
like
had.
it's like who
But they
we
don't
always
make
ask
no
this
chitty
question.
chitty bang bangs or
or singing in the
music no
rain.
more, yeah.
Exactly.
I
We
think
got
it-
I think
defying gravity
it's-
and Wicked.
it's definitely just too big of a gamble, and I feel like they're trying to coast off of the reputation and popularity of the musical to really market itself. Because even trailer-wise or advertisement-wise,
Yeah.
I haven't. But just word of mouth alone, and I haven't seen very much like commercial ads for it or like real physical ads.
That's insane.
I've seen a couple.
It's all over my Twitter.
It's everywhere.
It's because he's gay. They're not marketing him. They gotta get everyone else in.
No, because they already know I'm there. They
know he's coming.
But I feel like I don't hear enough people talking about like physically, like online. Yeah, sure, because the internet's so interconnected and everybody knows everything all the time. But in person, word of mouth wise, I've heard more people talk about Gladiator 2, which is not doing as well as it should, compared to Wicked, which is also upcoming. And I feel like that kind of concerns me a little bit. Because, like Luis was saying, if this movie does not slap 1,000% and hit every bar that they need it to, there will be no real turnout or real objective for them making a second. That's just how I view it, and I feel like that's kind of lame, but it makes me nervous. It makes me really nervous as somebody who loves Wicked. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm hyped for Wicked. I like Wicked. I think it looks ugly as fuck, so that's one of the things I'm not looking for. I think it looks gross, like it looks ugly. But I'll give it a 7 on the hype meter, just because I'm a theater kid and I like musicals. I mean, John M. Chu has 1.5 good movies under his belt. He has Crazy Rich Asians and
never seen,
and In the Heights, which is all right.
Voted cinema.
Shut the fuck up, ass.
But
and you know why.
Your arch nemesis is the lead.
Anthony Ramos.
But
my enemy.
But our Monterrey queen, Melissa Barrera, she's in it.
Who the fuck is that?
Goated cinema. It's goated again.
Anyways, but yeah, I'll give it a 7.
You know I don't like the Scream movies.
7 on the.
He directed G.I. Joe Retaliation. I have to dock him a point for that. But hold on. He also directed Now You See Me Too. We are
Gerardo's favorite.
The worst one. The worst one. That's the bad one.
The best one in the world.
Step Up 2 and 3. So I'm like,
when did this start that I like those movies? I don't remember this bit.
John M. Chu kind of got a mixed bag of tricks right here, and I'm hoping that he does pull off a trick with Wicked.
John M. Chu is who y'all think Ridley Scott is.
A trick it.
Ridley Scott is washed. John M. Chu was never clean.
You know what? Should we mute him?
You know what?
Been dirty.
I think we should.
You know what, guys?
I'm back.
I think right now.
Wait, no one else is hyped. Shut up.
Oh yeah.
No one else is hyped.
What's else hype meter? I had the greatest thing ever.
Did he leave?
I know you didn't fucking do that to me. I know you did not fucking do that.
Did you get kicked? You got kicked?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's real as fuck.
Matthew,
when they start
shitting,
you know when they do it, when they start shitting on the goat.
Hit him with the.
Oh yeah, what's y'all's hype meter?
All right,
for Wicked.
Yeah.
My fault, Gerardo. I didn't mean it, bro. I love you, bro.
I said he's anti 5. I'll take it. That's higher than I thought. That's
I'll stream it when it comes out. I'll stream it.
Maddie doesn't want to watch it.
She does. So I might see it in the theater.
See, he said Maddie can go watch it.
Yeah.
And she can tell me what she thought. She can watch it and tell me what she thought.
She's gonna write her thoughts down. That's what he says on the pod.
It was a spectacular
actually
movie.
I'm not hyped for it at all, and the fact that I'm more than likely gonna be forced to watch it both because of the pod and because of my girl. This is like a 4 to a 3. Like, I'm not excited. I don't care about the musical. I have no emotional stake in it. It didn't make any part of my upbringing.
I would
it's just
much
there. I know about it.
Wizard of Oz.
Honestly,
I'd
rather watch the best Wizard of Oz movie, the one with James Franco.
Return of
Oz.
My
goat.
The Wiz.
My God.
The Wiz. Yeah, fuck it.
I miss him.
This is Trump's America, Matt. We don't say
Stop.
that.
We're not doing this.
We don't say that.
We're not doing
We only the white wizard of all.
So Matt, what's your
Grand Wizard of Oz?
The Grand Wizard of all. Matt, what's your hype?
This episode definitely getting banned, bro. Oh my god. I'm at like a 7 or an 8, really, because I love musicals. I'm straight up with you. I love musicals.
You're gay up with us, more like it.
Hell yeah, brother. All of that.
Gay up.
Bro's sparking on us.
You like musicals? Yeah, me too.
Les Mis, I'm in there. If I could replace Russell Crowe as Javert, I wouldn't make that shit 10 times better. If I could be in freaking, like if I could replace Anthony Ramos in the Heights, too bad I'm not from the Dominican Republic. Black Poppy, but I could do it. I could do it.
You look more Dominican than he does.
I know black. Papi, I know black. No. Nunca black. Negro nunca.
Nunca.
So 7. That's
if I could be in
Mama
Hamilton.
Huevo.
Mama huevo.
Mama huevo.
Make him a fongo.
So 7, 7,
yeah,
5.
7.5 to an 8 because, like I said, I love musicals. I'm excited to see how this goes. It's been a while since I watched a musical in theaters, so
Wonka was good. That was the
last musical that came out was some bullshit from Todd Phillips, bitch ass. So I'm not going to acknowledge that film.
It wasn't terrible.
Just did.
I don't even know what movie you're talking about.
See, exactly. We're not going to acknowledge it. Next question.
Yeah, we're not talking about that bullshit.
That bullshit. We're not going to mention that bullshit at all. The bullshit that we're talking about that we're not going to mention.
Yes,
we don't want to talk about that bullshit.
Sorry.
Anyways, Wicked's going to be good. More gooder than that shit.
Not talking about that
which
bullshit
really
got me feeling like fighting
really
a bunch
wicked,
of strangers.
Oh my God.
All right, we're gonna
of fighting
on.
strangers.
Right, so
Speaking of all
we're
of
talking
strangers.
we're talking about enslaved people fighing for the entertainment.
All right. Better segue. We're going. All right, hold up. Watch this.
Oh,
he's about to hold on.
Get ready to kick his ass off, man.
He's about to give us a crock of dog shit. Yeah. He's about to give a crock of dog shit. Go ahead. I'm about to hear this.
Go.
Let's hear this.
All right, look. Honestly,
he sounds so defeated. Oh my God.
Go.
All right, look.
Kick him off.
All right, my segue.
No.
Look,
he's wasting
my segue.
You can kick me off. You can kick me off.
Look, I think my segues are bangers. I call them like I see them.
All right, go.
Coliseum.
Nope.
Wait the fuck. That was perfect.
That was a hate crime.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Yeah.
We'll move.
Call us later.
Easy, bro. That segue, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. We are not entertained. But this movie Gladiator 2 gonna be really entertaining.
Mine was ass, but that was crazy.
I can't win. I can't do it. I can't win. It's impossible. I can't.
I feel like
talk about Gladiator 2.
This whole segue thing is like the greatest bit that we've done on this podcast, besides the Mark Wahlberg hates crimes.
Everyone look at Mark Wahlberg. And my Peyton Reed.
Speaking of
one-sided rivalry.
If y'all were watching the fights this weekend, John Jones actually has a battery shop in Las Vegas, Nevada. Look up John Jones Battery Vegas if you want to know more.
Nice. Anyways,
I was
enough about those.
Beat me by a second.
Hey,
I was looking up John Jones's name because I didn't want to get it wrong.
Enough about other fighters. Let's talk about the real fighters.
There you go.
Hey,
come
on.
Finally,
talk about Dune Part 2.
Broken clock, baby. Right twice a day. Let's go.
Long live the fighters. Oh shit. We've made this episode come full circle, guys.
Matt, before we get into Gladiators, can I tell people what the tale's about? Since it's so fresh in my mind.
Go ahead, brother.
Saw it.
Regale us with the tale of old.
Make it quick. Make it snappy.
All right, so look, boom. It's 16 years after Marcus Aurelius died. Turns out when Maximus passed away, unfortunately due to murder, and they were left to rebuild Rome and give it to the people, the same thing that happens all the time when power happens. Rome got corrupt again. Fucking shocker. Anyway, so there is a point where he sends his son, Lucius off to go fuck off because he's the last heir to the throne of Rome. And it's essentially him not only getting vengeance on the people who wronged him and his family, but also leading a revolution within Rome. Typical gladiator shenanigans ensue. That is the story.
I like
This
that.
sounds boring as fuck, bro.
It kind of is.
So who's the main guy? Like, who is?
Paul
Is
Mescal.
that like? Is that anything
Paul Mescal?
important? Like, who
Paul
his
Mescal?
mom is?
Paul
or anything?
Midskull?
Oh, his mom is Connie Nielsen
So,
Who the
Real.
fuck is that?
from the first movie.
Paul Mescal.
I haven't
I
seen
think
that
it's.
since I was
I
a
think
baby. I don't
what
care.
I think it's insinuated that that Marcus Aurelius
He's Marcus's
cheated
son.
cheated on his wife and
With-
impregnated Connie
Yeah.
Nielsen, and Paul
Oh,
Mescal
Wait, hold on.
is
Hold on.
the son
Yeah.
of Marcus Aurelius.
Okay.
Y'all
We
keep
love
saying
it.
Marcus
That's kinda
Aurelius.
I
nice.
mean,
Children.
not Marcus
Y'all
Aurelius.
keep saying
my bad.
You mean Maximus? Because Marcus
Maximus,
is
my bad.
Lucilla's dad.
My bad,
That's
my bad,
something-
my bad, my bad,
I know.
my bad,
I know. We're talking about ancient Rome.
My bad,
Oh
my
shit,
bad,
I
my
forgot
bad.
names.
I got the
I
name
don't
wrong.
support
Yeah.
incest.
I
Stop.
What in the
No. This is a bit we can't do. This is a
no,
bit
yeah,
we
I'm
cannot
kidding. I'm
do.
kidding. That's a terrible
What
bit.
in the
We're
sweet
not from
home
Alabama.
Maximus,
Rome,
Maximus.
Alabama,
I forgot his
Alabama
name's not
is-
Marcus Aurelius. His name is Maximus.
I'm
Sorry, it's
Maximus
insinuated that
Decimus
Maximus.
Aurelius.
Yeah, it's insinuated that Maximus cheated on his wife, got Connie Nielsen pregnant, and that her
Yeah.
son is Maximus's son,
killed
who is
himself.
Paul Mescal in the sequel.
Yeah.
Or hear me out. He didn't cheat on his wife. He was fucking on Lucilla before he got married because this nigga is a dog. I know this.
His kids
He
are
is-
they're the
he-
same age.
Okay.
She
okay,
says,
okay.
"My son." She says, "Lucius is 8 years old." He's like,
Why
"My
is
son."
it below?
He says,
Why
"My
is it
son is
below?
also 8 years old."
Yeah.
That's true.
They're literally the same age. He was fucking on
My
both of them
son
at the same
always
time.
up.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
But yeah,
Yeah, bro was in there doing dirty work.
I was
That
gonna
boy was
say,
playing. He was putting his sword in places it shouldn't go. That's what he was
I
doing.
think me and
Put in
Matt.
his
I don't know how
blade.
Graham feels about this, but me and Matt have been major defenders of this movie. We've been really excited. We've been
You haven't
hyping it
seen
up.
it.
We haven't seen it, right? But we've been super excited and hyped for it. And despite all the negative press, all the stuff that's going on, I'm too invested in.
Too much of a Paul Mescal dick right now.
No. I'm too invested in.
clear.
Bitch, shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm too. Let me fucking talk.
I'll mute myself.
Yeah, thank you. I'm too invested in Ridley Scott, and I'm too invested in this cast to just believe that it's bad. I
Denzel.
can't.
It's Ridley Scott and Denzel Washington. Like,
To be
yes,
fair,
Pedro Pascal and
he's
Paul
the
is
only
in there,
person
but, like,
that's getting like rave reviews, though.
because
People
they're
are
like,
saying,
which is
all right.
That's gonna happen though.
Okay, all right.
And
Yeah.
I think that's
My
like
goat.
a side effect of having someone
Goatzell.
like Denzel. He's just gonna
My
outperform
future mentor.
anybody.
Everybody.
On
Yes,
each
exactly.
screen, each scene he's on, it's like you don't give a fuck about anyone else.
I-
Like, my eyes are gonna be focused on him the
Yeah.
whole time.
I legit
I
have
need power.
in my notes the best part of this movie is the charisma of Denzel Washington on screen because every
bro's
single
dapping
time-
people up in ancient Rome.
What's it?
Like, I
Mike,
forget-
I
It's
forget
so
it.
good.
Whatever he does, I'm sure it's good.
But AZ,
The-
you mentioned something very, very good, and I think it's a very pertinent
Yeah.
point. I think you said his charisma, right? Denzel is a movie star,
Mhm.
hands down. Not only is he a phenomenal
hold on.
actor, not only is he
a
incredible.
movie star, the movie star.
Sure. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that not only is he an incredible actor, a phenomenal
Yeah.
actor, but he's an incredible movie star. And one of the criticisms that I saw was that Paul Mescal is a great actor. He is not a movie star. And that's what a lot of people are saying is that he doesn't have the
After Sun is
charisma.
dog shit.
Shut up, bitch.
the
He doesn't
leading
have the
man-
he doesn't have the
leading man
the
potential.
charisma or the no, he does. But he doesn't have the charisma or gravitas to carry a blockbuster movie.
An epic.
He does
This
good.
is an epic.
Yes, he does good in the movie All of Us Strangers, After Sun, Normal People, like the Lost Daughter. Like that's what he does. That's his niche, and he's good in those. He's a talented enough actor and a very talented actor to carry those movies. He does what he does very well. But people are saying that he can't carry a
It's
big
a little
blockbuster like
miscast,
Gladiator
probably.
2.
And
Yeah,
I
he doesn't
was-
have
I was
the charisma.
Well, it's
I
hard to
was feeling
follow
that
up
way
Russell
also in
Crowe in the first
Yeah.
movie. You know what I mean? And I get, like, I'm hyped for the movie. I'm going to see it in IMAX. The
Same.
big fucking screen I saw Dune on
Hell
3
yeah.
times. Like I'm hyped. This is the first one's one of the best movies I've ever seen. So like I get it, but also I also don't think we need it. And I'm still leaning towards that. Like I'm hyped for Denzel, hyped for Ridley Scott, because even Ridley Scott, you know, he could have some bombs here and there. He's a fucking legend.
Bombs,
and that's it. That's it.
One of the goats,
So,
hands down. No opinions, no debating. You're not. That's it.
That's
one of the
a
goats.
fact. He has
Point
some
blank.
dookies. He
Period.
has some dookies, but everyone's got. You know,
everyone does.
A movie with this trailer is not gonna be good. This poster, this shit hard as hell.
But that's hard.
And they not doing that floating head bullshit that Marvel likes to do.
Matt, trust me.
I'm on vibes right now.
Matt, nobody wants this movie to succeed more than me. I love Ridley Scott. I love Pedro Pascal. I love Paul Mescal. I love Denzel. I want this to be good. But much like Graham said, like, did we need a sequel to Gladiator? Yes. Probably not. Why couldn't this have been an original story, also set in Rome or kind of thereabouts, but not tied into the first movie and have nothing to do with that. Like, just be completely like different, its own thing, and have nothing to do with that. Like,
you know why? Because the last duel flopped, and this man realized he needed.
Did he do Napoleon?
He did.
That also flopped.
Look, so I haven't seen Napoleon.
It's good.
I feel like that's ambitious enough to like.
It fucks.
You know that, and I really do want to see it. I do want to see it.
It's good. It's good.
But I feel like they should have done.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Should have found a way to bring Russell Crowe back with his little accent.
After leading up to the release of Gladiator 2. I had not decided to rewatch the original Gladiator because I had seen it maybe when I was maybe 10, 12 years ago, probably like a long ass fucking time ago. And I wanted to view this movie on how more modern audiences view it of its own merits, right? I didn't want to have that fresh in my mind and keep comparing it because it's such a remarkable lightning in a bottle.
You can't not compare it though.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like it's hard to compare but I feel like I would have had more of a chance of having it fresh in my mind and comparing it even harsher and more critically to this had I rewatched it. Is what I'm saying. It's such a lightning in a bottle film. Like from the ground up, they had to rewrite almost the entirety of it multiple times. And Russell Crowe even told the main scriptwriter, "I am the greatest actor ever, and I can make even the garbage you write sound good." Which is a lot.
And if you've seen Les Mis, you know that that's not true at all.
It's not true.
Or crazy.
It's definitely a lie, but the fact that they made the original Gladiator what it is and getting so many people who are now tremendously big names within Hollywood to create that. When you make a sequel like this, especially a legacy sequel, like years upon years later, you're trying to recapture that magic. And it doesn't work, and that's what the reviews were saying.
What time?
And I was
what
like,
year did that come out?
The
2000.
2000.
So it's been 20 plus years.
Up there with
24 years.
Yeah.
24.
It's been quite a while.
That's
It's up there with
crazy.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's up there with Spider-Man,
That's
bro.
fucking nuts.
Look, dude, trust me. I get it, bro. Gladiator is one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. The first Gladiator. I think it's incredible.
It's the most one of the most
masterpiece.
unforgettable movies ever. Like
I think it's a masterpiece.
I saw it when I was a kid and then didn't see it for a very, 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 very long time. But I felt like I had just watched it because of like how
it's one of the first.
I
think it's the first memory I have of going to a movie theater. I was 4 years old when that movie came out, and I can guarantee you, my father took me to go see that movie. It's one of his favorite movies. I've watched it on repeat all the time growing up.
Yeah,
like I said,
that bitch on DVD.
And I'm saying I'm so invested in this. I don't know, man. But here's the thing. It's like what you guys oftentimes, what I shit on you guys for. It's like I'm just. It might be bad, but I'm gonna enjoy it. It might be bad. I'm excited for it. It's for me. I don't give literally everything from the casting to the director to the IP. It's for me. I'm like locked the fuck in, and I'm gonna enjoy it regardless because I love those actors. I love the filmmaker. I love the original movie, and I love this world. And I'm just, even if it's bad, I'm still gonna be like, well, that was a good time. That was fun. I liked it.
I don't think so. No, I think you haven't seen it and until you see it, you can't say I'm gonna like it regardless.
Wait,
I
If this
can't.
is ass,
I can't.
no. because
Wait,
I like
us-
I love a lot of people that are
Yeah.
involved in this movie, and if it's ass, it's only gonna make me mad because I know that they're better than making a fucking ass movie.
But
I know
here's the
Pedro
thing.
Pascal is a great actor.
like
I don't like Paul Mescal's.
We don't like Adam Driver.
I don't like Paul Mescal's movie that I want. The one movie
The
I've
one
seen,
movie
but
we
he's
Go back to the club. Adam Driver.
good in it.
That Adam
Uh-huh.
Driver. No.
If he disappoints me in this, I'm gonna be mad. If Denzel
Good
disappoints
suit.
me in this, I'm gonna be mad because he's the greatest living actor, in my opinion, of
Yeah.
our time.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So
Right.
if this movie isn't good, it will only disappoint me further in Ridley Scott.
But here's
I don't like what he's been doing.
But here's what I'm saying is that I know those actors. I enjoy them so much. I know what they're capable of. That they're not capable of putting in a bad performance. Denzel's not going to be bad.
Okay,
Regardless,
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal is not going to be bad. Neither
I
is
hope
Paul
not.
Mescal because they're all too.
Because
they're too
I've seen
talented.
Pedro in The Bubble,
and he was good in that, and that's a dog shit movie.
It was
That
fine,
movie sounds
But-
like dog shit.
He
But
did what he
I
could.
also
and I don't
I
want
also
that
would
to
like
happen
to-
again.
would like to point this out. Regardless of how
And Joseph
talented
Quinn
these
is a bitch.
actors are, regardless of how talented these actors are, the material they're given, if they don't resonate with it or make it as believable as possible, really project that performance, you get a situation with something like The Acolyte, which has talented people in it, but the material
It's just bland.
They're not able to elevate it, and that is
Yeah.
you're not
disappointing.
able to elevate it. Exactly.
I was
and that's
gonna
what's dragging
say,
it out.
I think that's a problem nowadays compared to 2000. From like
Yeah.
1992 to like early 2000s, is that people just can't carry. They're just not invested in the roles that they get like those people are in those kind of movies back then. Like those people were those characters, or like this motherfucker like felt like a general.
You know
in-
why you feel that way? Because everything is IP now.
Yeah.
Gladiator was an original story. Everything
True.
that Denzel has been in before The Equalizer was an original story.
That's
Now
true.
it's a rehash of something we saw 15 years ago, and
Yeah,
they
exactly.
hire these really talented people to do it, but ultimately it's like a pale imitation of what
But
it
also,
was.
also
Wait a minute.
the industry in and of itself has changed as a whole. Like
Mhm.
there aren't any.
They're making movies
Movie
for fucking
stars.
streaming now.
Yes,
That
and
But
was-
they're-
that's why
and
these
they're-
crazy
wasn't a
these
thing 20
crazy
years ago.
rarities like Dune 2,
Mhm.
and like it's crazy that we're getting movies like
even-
that whenever.
Unfortunately, the only movie star we have, I think, in our modern day and age, who's like a young guy, is
It's
Timothy
Timothy.
Chalamet.
It
Whether
absolutely
we
is.
like it or not, and I
And Christopher
am not-
Abbott.
I'm growing on him. I'm growing
I'm
on
growing
the boy.
on him, but you see that's
Austin
the dire
Butler.
straits. That's the dire
No.
straits.
Austin
where is that
Butler is
Timothy-
up there. He's
Timothy
good. He's
Chalamet
good.
he doesn't
Fade
put
Roth.
Austin Butler.
My goal.
Austin Butler doesn't put butt in seats though. People don't go
Yes,
watch a
he
movie
does.
for
He put
Austin
my
Butler.
butt in the seat.
Wait,
Fade Roth.
question.
I saw the
Mike
bike riders
Riders
because of
It
him,
literally flopped.
but I
Is-
saw it because of him.
Is
Same.
am I
No
out
one
of
knows
out
the
of us?
And,
Am I?
and Tom Hardy's stupid ass accent.
Wait,
Guys, you
Quick
know,
question.
The knives?
Let
Stupid.
AZ's.
fists
Like
or
I said.
knives.
Hold on. Out of all of us, am I the only one who has seen Gladiator?
Yes.
We've all seen
That's
that.
just not that.
Because
Oh,
you were
the
in a
first
different
movie?
country, so he saw it early.
No,
I
he
got
means
advanced
Gladiator
screening
2.
because I'm
You are the only one who's seen it. Yes.
I got advanced screening because I'm cool. Okay, I want to tell all of you right now, with no spoiler, none at all, to severely temper your expectations. Because
Shut
it's
up,
not
bitch.
ass.
Shut up. Mute
It's
his
not
ass.
ass. It's
Kick
no,
him
no,
out
no,
again,
no, no,
Matthew.
no,
Kick him
no,
out. I already know what to
No.
expect. Shut up.
no,
Matthew, let him speak.
no.
He has
Look,
knowledge we
it is
don't
not
hold.
ass. Anyone telling you that this movie is dog shit might as well be Helen fucking Keller because they did not see or hear anything.
She wasn't real.
Like,
She was faking.
just
She was
about
faking.
Made up. She was made up by the woke mind virus.
everything cinematic wise,
Brainworms.
the scope of everything, right? Visually, it feels tangible. It doesn't feel like it's shot on a blue screen. It feels like a real
Set.
lived-in concrete physical world.
They built real sets.
So that's they
They
yeah,
cut
it
out
is-
the
you
only
can see
Palestinian
it.
actress. Fuck Ridley
You
Scott.
you can see it. You can feel it. Everything feels like there's a history, right? There's an unspoken flavor text to almost everything you see on screen.
But it's a script
In
problem.
costume-wise, Costume wise, great. Script wise and pacing near the end, it gets very tedious, and mostly because there's one moment I will not spoil because it is so comically stupid. But it's the equivalent of when Jar Jar Binks was put on the Senate, but worse. It's just
Whatever,
remember
bro. Stupider
that,
than your little cartoon.
and then,
Yeah, right.
No,
It's like an extended episode of The Witcher season 3.
Because the pacing of Gladiator 2 is it gets to a point to where there's a lot of people in it and a lot of moving parts that feel they would work better as a series, because a lot of those people kind of get pushed to the background and cycled in and out so much to where you can't really get invested in their storylines. So it has a couple of its issues and a couple little holes in it, and that whole thing is like at the very end when all these stakes are ramping up, everything's coming together, great climax, right? The last 15 to 30 minutes. There's a moment that is weirdly comedic that kind of just snaps your neck. You're like, I'm sorry, what the fuck?
It takes you out of that immersion.
It takes out your immersion. Like that dude in World War Z where he's running up the ramp and trips and falls and like fucking blows his brains out. Like that. That kind of like sudden jarring, like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess. Yeah. But other than that, like as a whole, as someone who has seen this, I give the film, compared to like the 9.5 out of 10 that is Gladiator 1, this is like a 6.5. Ooh. It's not bad, but there's just a lot that it tries to do, but not fully. Not even 6. 6 is like, because for me, like whenever I give it like a 5, 6. I'd say 6.9. I can't give it a full 7, but it's not wowing me. It does that whole like audience, please clap, like Jeb Bush moment. Like, you know, that shot in the trailer with Max Armor.
Jeb Bush
it does that. That shot is so fucking long in the movie. Like it's very like, remember this thing, and a lot of times, and that takes me out of it. And I don't like that. I feel like if this is trying to stand on its own merit, it's not doing it very well. It's knock-kneed and it's leg shaking, but it's still standing. So I give it a 6.9 as my actual full rating, having seen it. And with my notes that I took 6.9, I got it. The reviews were pretty spot on. It's not terrible, but it's not great.
Ridley's washed.
Sorry.
There you have it.
Ridley's washed. I have to say it. I think he's washed. The man is 40 years old wearing his high school Letterman. It's sad. It's damn. He handed off the keys to Alien. He needs to hand off the keys to Gladiator. Because God damn, I don't think they should just stop.
I think he just needs to stop. You have to realize when to stop making sequels and franchises. Like, I mean, yes, it sounds cool on paper, but
like, if they had made this into a series, like taking the idea of those about to die, a Gladiator.
Yeah, we have shit. We have Spartacus and.
No, but that's fair. But think about this. If you made it into a series, you would get the people who recognize Gladiator for the masterpiece that it is, along with a lot of people who enjoy shows like Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, and Spartacus. All of those demographics would coalesce to watch this on streaming, because there is enough here to where you could have made this its own little streaming thing.
Yeah.
But it's very disjointed and the pacing gets kind of chopped because of it. And it would work so much better as a show with all its moving parts. That's my personal take on it. 6.9. Watch it and form your own take. But it's just it's not hitting. It's the chicken tenders of cinema. I got to be honest. It's satisfying. It's good and it's familiar, but it's not what I would want over like a good steak, like Gladiator 1. Sorry to burst your bubble there, but yeah.
Well, all I know is
we'll see.
I still think I'm gonna be entertained during this film.
I will be entertained.
You'll definitely be entertained.
It's still up there. We're gonna see this weekend because we're watching Wicked and Gladiator back to back. So we in there. We getting glicked. Getting glicked up.
Insane.
2 glicks.
Insane.
2 glicks up.
Someone stop.
You know what I'm saying?
please.
No.
Too
Never.
glorious.
Run the outro.
Just like Ridley Scott, you can't
run
stop
it.
me. Just like Ridley Scott, you can't stop me. But you can't stop this
Ridley,
episode
stop.
because that's another episode.
I'm putting
of
cases on all you
Cinestro in the
bitches.
books.
Motherfuckers would be on Rockles if it wasn't for me.
You
Pelican
think you can
Bay.
do this to me?
Oh no, I started something I don't want to hear.
Pelican
Run the
Bay.
fucking outro.
Show program, nigga.
I hate that.
I'm not doing.
End
I'm not
program,
doing- I
nigga.
can't do Denzel.
Run it.
I can't do Denzel. But what I can do is end this episode for real this time. Another episode of Cinestro Core is in the books. Huge thanks to everybody who tuned in today. Keep the excitement going by following us on all platforms at Cinestro Corpse with an S. No, wait, no S. My fault. Because we don't have an S on our shit. Remember to smash that like and subscribe button so y'all never miss a beat. Show us some love by leaving us a stellar 5-star review wherever you catch this podcast. Spread the word about our podcast and our YouTube channel far and wide. Share it with your friends, your family, your fellow gladiators, and more. Y'all support means the entire world to us. And until next time, stay awesome. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Cinestro Core. Peace.
We're the kings of the screen, yeah. Cinestro Core, we're the dream, yeah. New episode Saturday afternoon. We in your ear, that comic book crew. More good it takes what we do. Cinestro Core, we're the